So welcome back to Finnegans Farm and welcome back to the YouTube channel. As the evening sets here, I stand beside the A410. It's been busy this week, so if you want to figure out what it's been doing, check out this video. In this video, just going to show you what happened over the last 2 weeks. So there's been plenty going on. Jack gives an update on the cattle. Someone had actually asked, did we sell the herd? No, we don't sell 160 cows overnight. So yeah, Jack gets chatting about them and what the plan is for the winter and kind of thinking ahead. Dad talks to Paddy about sowing and tilling and gives a run through on what he's been at for the last 2 weeks. And then at the end, Dad talks about the potato quality and what's happening for the upcoming harvest season. So first of all, we head over to Jack there. He's out in the field with the cows. Just before I get started, I just want to give you a little insight and watch till the end here because I have something to reveal.
We're just down the road here now in a field of cows and calves. These will be the heifer calves. So about 3 weeks to a month ago, after we scanned, we split all the bull calves from the heifer calves and grouped them according to where they needed to be grouped. This would be a smaller herd, as you'll see now. We're just going to go up the road after. We had actually probably more bull calves than heifer calves this year, whatever way it works. So there's a nice example of a few fine heifer calves here. A lot of these will be kept for breeding and probably sold then as in-calf heifers if they do go in calves. There's a nice red and white heifer there. They're here in a 5-acre field. There's 4 actually 5-acre fields around them. So they're just rotating and rotating. These 4 paddocks will keep them going probably until the back end of the year. Here, the first of the winter wheat straw is going into the shed. The lads were drawing it back to me yesterday and we stacked 2 lines of it there. We've more straw up at the cattle yard there. That'll go for feeding. Wheat and straw quality this year is very good. Good colour to it, good golden colour. You'd probably know the bales off the case combine more. They'd be a bit more chaffier. So that's why we put them to one side and we'll use them for feeding, as it'd be a lot easier on the diet feeder. And you don't know what way the year's going to pan out, but I don't think the mushroom crowd will be seeing too much wheat and straw this year. It's good quality like this, never got rain. John Shelburne's straw, and I think there's 4 load coming back here today, and that'll all go into the shed. There's 2 trailers there made up of headland bales. They'll probably be put to one side, put separately out of the way. There's a bit of green in them and you know they get tramped on, so they're not always wonderful. But if you come in here, Andrew, and we'll see, we've also a bit of winter barley straw there, the far side. We'll keep that for bedding, and we have a lot of spring barley yet to cut, so we'll probably hang on to that straw for bedding here. But predominantly all the wheat and straw will go for feeding. We feed a lot of wheat and straw. At times we could be feeding 3 or 4 bales a week, so it's nice to have it in the shed in good order and good and dry, so you'll be happy with that. So we're just up here in the main cattle yard now, and following on from the last shed, we've another gang of wheat and straw stacked in here. I think there's 55 bales. Stacked them yesterday. Connor and Dara, they drew them in, and we stacked 50 bales here and we threw over 100 bales back home. So this is predominantly out of the case combine, chaffy straw for wheat and straw. So it should be a good job for feeding, and then when we get a section of that cleared, we'll bring up a bit of barley straw then, and that'll do for bedding. So that's the way we do it. We do feed the wheat and straw, and then we bed the barley straw. And Andrew's taken other videos there of some of the silage bales. We might have any paddocks to get strong, probably another 10 or 15 acres there. If we got 60, 70 bales, we'd be comfortable enough for the winter. So we have a couple of silage pits here that are full. We'll just take a video of them and we should be good to go for the winter, please God. Great heifer calf there behind us. She's about 4 or 5 months of age now. She's one of the last calves born, and in comparison to some of the stabilisers that would actually be older than the Charlie calves, they're absolute miles ahead. Very happy with the decision to cross them. Now look, we probably will run a couple of pure stabiliser bulls just to keep the breeding there and to keep the stabiliser cows coming. They've great attributes to them, the stabilisers, but we just find the bit of Charlie in them will help sell. Like we were selling heifers there last week. We had a heifer 700 kilos, she made 2,300. She was a Charlie heifer out of a stabiliser cow. So look, the price will tell. Andrew has a little someone there behind him, she's giving him a lick. So no, overall very happy with the performance and all the calves across the board. So there's no creep feeding yet. I might just have to split a couple of calves that are behind and add a bit of meal to them. I'll have to see. So overall performance, very happy.
Right, Paddy, we're on the camera. No question around. No. So he warns me anyway.
Yeah.
What's happening today?
Just tilling ahead of grass seed, planning on reseeding.
Yeah. So we're in the field here. We've decided to reseed one of our fields. It's a rented field, big 12 or 13 acres in the field, and we were going to direct seed it with by putting the grass in and doing all that, but we decided, John B decided he'd plough it. Because he came down with the disc and he was trying to disc it and do all these things, and he says
Overcomplicating it.
yeah, he was overcomplicating. He said he did the plough in the ground and it could be done in dust in no time. So that's exactly what we've done. Now tilled up. We're ploughed very well and it's tilled extremely well.
You know,
It's just a level of how, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very light clay in fairness, and
Yeah.
nice and clean, not much stones, thank God. Can stay seated.
Right, so the last couple of days you guys have been really busy, haven't you? We have been having, I know Andrew has go over and done a few shots because over there, a bit of drone work and that.
Yeah.
It was all about getting the IC rape in.
Yeah, no, got on very well in fairness. Yesterday was a bit hit and miss with weather, but still managed to get it in, thank God. So
what was the crew?
Myself, Hubble, John B and Nolan on the ploughs.
So you can give apprentice on the
plough, man.
So you see shots of Connor, he has the reliable 8410. John B gave it to him. Took a bit of convincing, but anyway, he has it. And he's the new recruit on the plough with this shot.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit to learn, but he's willing.
Oh, he's a good enough driver to learn.
John B hasn't killed him yet anyway, so
it's a good sign.
Mightn't take too long.
That's a good sign in fairness. But yeah, no, I'd like to think we ate through ground over there. We got through quick enough.
Yeah, there's about 150 extra rape ground and the wood I'd see rape in, so that's all done and dusted.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that Hubbles was going on holidays as well, so there's a little bit of a push on to get through it. But we had a couple of ploughs, we tilled the front of it. And then Darren sowed it, and I think Alex was on the roller.
On the ring roller, yeah. So I know.
Plenty of action going on.
Yeah, many hands make light work.
So what's the plan now, Paddy? You'll be going back to college shortly, will you?
I think we're due back the 9th, but I'm on holidays that week, so I think I might have to miss a day or two, but sure.
You'll be able to push it out a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll not miss too much from a day or two.
I'll have to catch up.
So heading with the sun, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Good man.
Chase the sun at some stage. We didn't get too much of it here this year, so.
Right, so this year going out now, you have been on the tiller, you have probably just been doing all those kind of jobs.
Yeah.
Working the GPS there, I see you're on the Aarhus here at the minute.
I'm fair, I hadn't used GPS before this, and in fairness, Hubble gave me a good run through on it.
Yeah. How do you find it?
Took his time. Good, yeah. I learned how to set up the iTech and with Adrian Luddy.
Yeah.
So I have, just on the press of a button, it'll lift it up, slow down my revs and turn the PTO off, and then on the down button then it does the opposite, so it'll lower it, turn on the PTO and rev it up, so just make life easier.
Oh my God, Paddy.
Yeah.
So you just really have to sit in the seat there and make sure the tunes are good, isn't it?
Just observe at this stage.
No, but I mean it has left the job an awful lot easier, especially when you're learning too, and there's so much to, once it's set up then.
Yeah, once, like, when you get into a new machine, you don't know what to be looking out for, at least when you're not worrying about pressing five buttons going in, you can watch what's happening and observe, so.
And that's what we found, even though generally, I know that the newer lads, when they come into the yard, they might get the older tractors initially, but it's actually handier to set them up on the new tractors.
Yeah.
Because there's so much technology on them that you're taking a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. But at the same time, no harm to drive the old tractors either.
No, we have to get them out now and again.
Yeah.
Well, you have a little surprise later on there. Caleb is at the 3650, he wants to bring it, go rolling with it.
So, might appear out here.
So I don't know, he might appear here yet, you wouldn't know. Or he might hit an oil leak or water leak, he mightn't even get that far, but he's busy there up in the workshop trying to get it going, get it together there, so he's a lot of it together. So we're going to, so this has been ploughed, we've given it a tilling, and you've just given it another tilling, and we'll sow it and roll it, flat roll it then.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's the plan of attack anyways for today.
We'll probably do a nice little bit of showers coming in the next couple of days, and probably won't do it any harm anyway.
No, I want to get it in. Fine. It's nearly the same job. You could have even stitched it in.
Yeah, well I know a lot of lads stitch. You ever stitch in at home?
We stitch all the time when we're reseeding at home. We have a dairy farm.
Yeah.
Where we always stitch in. Aidan Maguire does that for us, and he also has like the.
That's like a seeder on the back of it.
And he's like an aerated one as well.
Okay.
So it just basically drops the seed. He put in clover this year for us, and in fairness, it's coming on horrid well. So it's a good job.
No, it is a good job actually.
Yeah. She says it's nice.
So what have you used at home then? Many cows you running at home in the home farm?
I haven't been there in a while, so it's a good question.
Good question.
No,
so you can make a stab at that. You don't have to be.
90 to 100 go through the parlour most evenings. Every morning out at 6, and then at 4 o'clock in the evening.
You have the brother at home, do you?
Yeah. Brother James is at home full time. He's laid up at the minute now with an injury, but he's alright. And Dad's away sunning himself, so.
Oh, big dad.
Few jobs to do, but
you're helping them out there in the evenings when you get a chance, huh?
See what sort of humour we're in. See what sort of humour we're in with each other. But and all the land is no road work, and it's all owned. So look, you could push on the numbers, but you have to start renting then, and
that brings his own more problems too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like look, when James probably takes over, maybe if he looked into it he might, but I don't think Dad is at this stage. He's not too interested.
And what's the plan for you? Have you got one?
No, hopefully finish my degree. I have 2 years left in Ag Science in Dundalk, so 2 years left in that, and stuck between using that degree or doing my HDIP and going into secondary teaching. So that's my plan anyways.
That's the plan?
Yeah.
So the tractor drive is just a temporary slot just to...
I suppose if I did I still have my summers to do this, so...
Yeah, well we would find a lot of the guys coming in the evening walk there, and so anyone who's looking for a bit of evening walk at times can come and we'd be always looking for lads in the evening, and that just let mix and match.
An injury, but he's alright, and Dad's away sunning himself, so...
Oh, big dad.
Few jobs to do. But
you're helping them out there in the evenings when you get a chance, huh?
See what sort of humour we're in. See what sort of humour we're in with each other. But and all the land is no road work, and it's all owned. So look, you could push on the numbers, but you have to start renting then, and
that brings his own more problems too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like look, when James probably takes over, maybe if he looked into it he might, but I don't think Dad is at this stage. He's not too interested.
And what's the plan for you? Have you got one?
No, hopefully finish my degree. I have 2 years left in Ag Science in Dundalk, so 2 years left in that, and stuck between using that degree or doing my HDIP and going into secondary teaching. So that's my plan anyways.
That's the plan?
Yeah.
So the tractor drive is just a temporary slot just to...
I suppose if I did I still have my summers to do this, so...
Yeah, well we would find a lot of the guys coming in the evening walk there, and so anyone who's looking for a bit of evening walk at times can come and we'd be always looking for lads in the evening, and that just let mix and match, don't we?
Yeah.
So it works very well.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It works very well, yeah.
Lads want to get to football, and
that's right.
Life goes on as well.
Life goes on, exactly. Now you said it. So we do guys come in the evening there to let our lads go, maybe come with the odd Saturday or Sunday. They'd be mad for work the weekends.
Coming home from college after spending all the money in the week.
Yeah. But no, it works very well, I have to say. We have a few great lads there.
Yeah.
Who's able to fill in the slots there for us.
And well able to do whatever is needed as well.
Yeah.
And there's always work, in fairness.
Yeah,
be done.
we seem to have always plenty of work going on, don't we?
Yeah, no, which is a good and a bad thing, I suppose. But
Yeah, we never get to the end of it, which
no,
probably never will.
everything always gets done at the same time.
Yeah, well, look, we've all our right seed rape in. This is probably the last. This is the only field of grass we're going to buy in.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be, we might do a bit of blanket ploughing then for wheats and that, but guys have straw going on. So we've caught up with a lot of work this last couple of weeks. Definitely on the spud scene then, I've been out digging and was out harvesting yesterday and things look good there, so we'll be hoping for a little bit of good weather and a good fortune to get into those months of the year.
Getting into darker
yeah, we're only
evenings.
kind of digging hard there at the minute, so we're not kind of no big. We're not storing any today. It's just as yet, just as we get the orders in, we'd harvest them.
Good time to buy a bag of spuds, so at least they're fresh.
Yeah, that's it. And Paddy, that seems to be doing a good job, I have to say. The harrow is great, definitely for levelling a house.
Yeah.
Right, we'll tip off. Myself and Andrew are busy men there, so you're going to be here for a while. We might catch up with you later on, you wouldn't know. The 36 might make an appearance, yeah. So we're just here after doing some field digs with the potatoes. It's that time of year when we kind of have to organise ourselves to see which field we're going to go to first, John, and where we're going to start. So the first thing he sent me out, of course, I got the lovely job of going through the fields this morning, falling on the drills, trying to get the samples, and I brought the samples back to him. So I have my sample of Queens and I have a sample of Rooster. Now we're currently on one field of Queens at the minute, and this will probably be the follow-on field after that. Now just looking at it here, what we're kind of looking for is number one. Take it away there.
Well, size is obviously the biggest one, so we're looking for everything that we put into the bags is 45 to 80 mil. We're looking for an average size of around 60 to 65 mil. If we can get there, we'd be fairly happy with our early season Queens.
Yep.
Then the next thing we're looking at is a dry matter, so that's where we're using this meter, where we can calculate the dry weight, calculate the wet weight, and it does the calculation for you, so it'll automatically throw up the dry matter of the crop. So our ideal dry matter that we're looking for is around 20 to 21 in the Queens. Anything higher than that is nearly too high, because then you'll start to have kind of bruise, and they'll be easier bruised as you work them through the harvester and that. So it's a fine line on those.
So your dry matter is really probably how floury the potato is and how it tastes back. Now the other way would be to bring it into my mother inside, and she would probably tell you straight away.
That's the real test.
That's the real test, how good, how floury they are and how they taste. So, but this is just one way of calculating. There was an older way with a hydrometer, generally doing the same job, but today now we're just going to use this. Now we have our crop of Rooster here, which when we look at the size of them, we have very good size there, John, haven't we?
Very good size, and it's a good even size. Now there is one or two small issues we'll see. There's growth cracks, and we've seen that from some of our test digs as Cahill was down there or Darren was down there spraying, doing some test digs for us. There's some quite deep growth cracks, which seem to be the very first seeded in under the canopy, because they're at the very bottom of the ridge, and as they go up we actually have quite good, so they obviously had a bit of a burst of rain there at some stage.
Yeah, it's definitely the bottom ones. The ones that's close to the bottom of the drill seems to have these. You notice that, Cahill? Yeah, definitely did notice that. Now hopefully there's not too many of them. You won't know until but they're actually quite deep in the in the potato there, as you can see. But we can still peel them and do a further use with them. Size wise, we're good. I wouldn't be expecting high dry matter on the Rooster just yet.
No,
you?
not yet. No, but we're looking to probably get going at maybe chopping and starting to set the skin. You'd see there's an awful lot of peeling of them there. So that's where the skin just isn't set on them. So what we do is we chop them with a flail chopper. And when you disrupt the canopy like that, it starts to set the skin, it hardens the skin on the crop. And then you may need a desiccation in it, you may not, but for early crops we tend not to do that, because we want to get into them early.
So everything we will be harvesting now will be green topped. We will flail off, we'll probably leave it for a couple of days, let the majority of the canopy just to die off, and then we probably flail as we're going along with the harvester. What it will do then is it probably will just set the skin a little bit more, because if you see that there, it's very, very delicate. When you wash it, when you rub them together, all the skin will come off. Now when they're dry, they will probably look a little bit better too, but it's just to get them moving. Now we can't obviously store potatoes like this.
No.
Explain why.
So they'll nearly rot in themselves as they go into a fridge store. So what we'll be doing is we're digging to order basically. You'll be down there, and if we've an order coming up for the couple of days, we'll only dig 10 or 12 boxes and we'll work our way. So we could be harvesting maybe 3 or 4 days in the week. It's a little bit more time consuming. It's a little bit probably harder to organise and all that, but
It's the only way we can do
it's
it.
the only way we can go out early and be able to avoid any rotting in stores.
Yeah. Now looking at these here, we would also look for the likes of common scab on that, which doesn't seem to be the case on it. We have little small bits on it, but nothing major.
No, and as your skin sets, that'll nearly set
that
out
will
of it.
settle itself.
Yeah.
So do the dry matter test then, John.
Right, so what we do is,
Where's
the
that
product
machine?
just picked
It's
up.
Martin Lishman,
Martin
is it?
Lishman,
It's
yeah.
Martin Lishman, yeah. Fairly.
so it's just a little bit of a waiting game in it sometimes for the weights to settle. So it beeps to record its weight in the air, and then you drop it in, suspend it in water, and then you click it again. And there you go, it's after beeping again there now. So it's at 18.7% dry matter there. We're probably looking for it a little bit higher, but we're not far away from it. So we'll keep a close eye on that now over the next day or two. And as that starts to increase, then we'll be sending down the chopper to start to work through a section of it. We won't be going through the whole field, but we'll probably go through a section, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard to know until you do the full dig. You can be doing test digs and that's fine, but till you put the harvester into the field, it kind of gives you a better indication of what's going on. Again, very simple. Put them into a little sample washer there, wash them up. There's not going to be too much clay on them.
No.
And hopefully
then
it will remain that way for the rest of the year, John.
Well, fingers crossed. And you definitely don't want too much clay in the earlies, because what we do is we turn down the washer right down, no polisher, and try and keep it as easy going.
Yeah, so you're going to run the drum as slow as
we can.
Just to create, so we don't create any more scuffing of the bit. The rooster can be hard. It can scuff very easily. So again, it's a very delicate process. Even in the harvesting, it's completely different than digging in main crop. When you're digging earlies, you have hollow and stalk and all that to contend with your green tops. So it's a little bit more tricky when you're digging them, but no doubt, I suppose that's my job, isn't it, John?
Bit of patience will get you through.
Patience there, but we'll get that done. And yeah, so look, we're happy now for the minute. Again, we don't know what the year's going to bring. Hopefully now at this show we'll see better results. We get them out in good conditions, get them back into store, and everyone will be happy, because we can't go through what we did last year.
No, definitely not.
So just before I finish the video, we have the 3650 here, and it's looking quite well. Cab is on, everything's nearly working. Caleb's doing a few little things to it, and yeah, so there'll be a video on that soon enough. I can't say when. Caleb's just driving and he's finding a few little problems, so we're going to get it fully right before we're finally finished with it. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Make sure you subscribe. Haven't got a few subscribers in a while, just a button down here somewhere below the video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Good luck.